So you can see there are a lot of missing observations, multiple rows out of 153 rows, which is we can store it in a different state. So df.na. I say df data frame with only na. So this df.na is showing that out of 153, we have 42 observations which have one or more than one. df.not na. So if I don't want na values, so this is the situation. Now the observations which are not na, there are 111 values which are not na, and this is the command which is used very commonly in real life and academics. Complete dot cases. This is the simpler way. Okay, na.omit, na.omit returns the object with list wise deletion or missing observation. For example, if I say data frame 2, which is na.omit data frame, what will happen? I have another data frame df2, which is just showing only values which are given same answer, which was given by complete.this. So it is also removing missing observations. There are advanced techniques as well for removing the missing observation that Amelia, yeah, my colleague Rose, he was using, was PhD from Manchester University, PhD, and I was using mice. So we together we had a very good model using these two values, these two packages for dealing with human medical records. Now we may have another example where we create a data frame. How to create a data frame is this command. Suppose df, again I use the df and data frame column 1. Suppose now we have to define what is column 1, what is column 2, column 3, 4, because we want to define it here. The other simpler way is to import your data from any data source and like import data set, and these are some of the examples. There are more possibilities using packages. So suppose column 1 has 3 observations, 1 column 3 means 1, 2, 3, and the fourth value is na. Column 2 have this text column, a character, this na is text. Column 3 true false is a logical column, and column 4 contains 3 numbers and 1 number which is na. So we have 4 columns, and in 4 column you can see the length of each column is same. 4 length is 4, length is 4, length is 4. String as factor first. What is this saying? Because we have a string, we have true false. So suppose true is equal to 1, false equals to 2, or this equals to 1, is equals to 2, x equals to 3, n equals to nothing, or n is equal to na. So this is way you don't need, when you define a data frame, you do not always need this term. You can exclude it because there is a full book, maybe 50 to 70 pages book on only this topic. We are just looking at a glance. Suppose I say this is the data frame we created. If I type it data frame, I can see it is showing me column 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are 4 rows. Is na? If I say if is na, so it will show me is it na or not na. So na is on second row, second column, yes. Na is on fourth row, fourth column, yes. And it is also here 4, 1. So it is logical matrix, logical data frame, which is showing me only those places where there is missing observation. But if you want only to do column 4, yeah, for example, if I say data frame $column 4, I just want to access the contents of column 4 from data frame. If I enter, it is showing me 2.5, 4.2, 3.2, and na. So this is only showing the contents from column number 4. So we can say, I just want to analyze the missing observations in column 4. It is showing first is not missing, not missing, not missing. The fourth one is missing. False, false, false. Any questions? I hope. So then we have location of the missing observations. If is NA means is there is NA in the data set. If there is NA in the data set, please locate the number. Oh, we have our X here. If I say view X, it's showing me third observation is missing. So if I say third observation is missing, so I see that one. If I say which is missing, it is showing me that the third observation is missing. If I say which is NA missing, it will show me row number 4. No, observation number 4, 6, and 16 are missing. So this is the way. For example, if I write here data frame, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 observation is missing. Oh, sorry, you column wise. 4th observation, 6th observation, 16th observation. These 3 are missing values in the data set. Are you getting me? It is counting column wise. 4th value from the first column, then the second value from the second column, but it is observation number 6. And if you go column wise, the 16th observation is NA, which is also. And if you want to count some of the missing observations, it is showing that we have 3 missing observations in our data frame. By good or bad luck, I have removed the actual data frame that we have in the air quality. So I can show here air quality is equal to air quality. And if I have AQ, we have 153 observations. And if I see which of the air quality is missing, so it is showing me the observation number. It is not showing me column number or row number. This is showing me the observation number 5, 10, 25, 26, ... 251. So there are 37, 48, 48, 48. Total 44 observations which are missing. But if you remember, we have 42 rows which have at least one or more than one missing. So this is a way to see which of them are missing. And if I go to AQ column sum, it is showing me for each column or in the database, in the data frame of the air quality, which column have how many missing observations. Ozone is missing in 37 columns, in 37 rows out of 153. Solar radiations is missing out 7 places out of 153. And I think the rest is fine. Yeah, day, month, temperature, wind is not missing. You see, this data is not easy to calculate. That's why there are more missing observations in this case. If you have missing observations in your data, it will be more difficult for you to do your data modeling, data analysis. Yeah, this is another website that I was using. So X, if X is NA, replace it with the mean. So you see, to do the same job, there are different ways to perform your analysis. When you will be doing, I am not restricting you because it's a exploratory EDA. It's called EDA, exploratory data analysis. So it's up to you which package you want to use, which commands you want to see, and up to you how you want to play with your data. But at the end, because data pre-processing means if your data pre-processing is good, that means you will have good modeling results. If you do not take care about data pre-processing, you will end up with poor results, poor prediction results. And most of the data, I can see I have some results for them, so I can match with them. So
तकरीबन सर इसमें 70 to 80% काम ही इसका होता है, इसको प्री प्रोसेस करना है, इसको पूरा साफ सुथरा करके इसको रखना, ये बड़ा मुश्किल काम होता है इसमें।
हाँ, इसी वजह से ये मुश्किल काम होता है। इसकी डेटा साइंस पाइपलाइंस अभी तक नहीं बनी। ये ग्रैंड चैलेंजेस भी थे, कैगल के ऊपर ग्रैंड चैलेंज था और यूके में भी ग्रैंड चैलेंज ऑल डिफरेंट यूनिवर्सिटीज का, कि आप हमें ऐसा पाइपलाइन बना के दें कि उसमें डाटा एंटर करें, डाटा खुद ही प्री प्रोसेस हो, खुद ही एनालाइज करें उसको कौन सा मॉडल अप्लाई करना है, और मॉडल के रिजल्ट जो है वो एक रिपोर्ट में एक पीडीएफ फाइल में सेव करा दें। लगे रहे कंप्यूटर साइंस के, RSC, डेटा साइंस, सब हम सब लगे रहे, नहीं करके दिखा सकते। लाइफ साइंस का डाटा डिफरेंट था, बायोइन्फॉर्मेटिक्स का डिफरेंट था, स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स, स्कूल ऑफ बिजनेस का जो डाटा था वो डिफरेंट था। तो बोइंग कंपनी का डाटा अलग था, फोर्ड का अलग था, हिटाची का अलग था। इतना हाई वेरिएशन होता है डाटा के अंदर। इस स्मार्ट लोकोमोटिव्स के नाम से हिटाची का प्रोजेक्ट था, आई थिंक 400,000 पाउंड का था। वो प्रोजेक्ट 6 महीने में देने थे। I want to say that you have strict deadlines and you have to complete your projects at deadline, your research work and your production. Then
अच्छा सर, इसमें एक चीज और है, वो ये कि जो स्ट्रिंग्स, अगर मुझे चेक कॉलम के अंदर अगर मुझे ये चेक करना है कि मेरी जो टाइप है उसको मैं अगर चेक करना चाह रहा हूँ तो वो कैसे, क्योंकि उसकी वजह ये है कि फॉर एग्जांपल ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि मेरा कॉलम जो है ना वो न्यूमेरिक हो लेकिन उसके अंदर जो है मेरे पास स्ट्रिंग्स आ रही हो
हाँ,
कॉलम
तो
के अंदर,
ये
तो
तो
उस
इसी को तो inconsistency कहते हैं।
हाँ, तो उसको इसमें कैसे करेंगे आर के अंदर
यूनिक यूनिक की कमांड होती है। यूनिक से the
अच्छा
command unique gives you only distinct values, और even here you can, if you cannot find, then you can say yeah, सबसे इजी तो यही है कि आप यूनिक कमांड रन कर देते हैं और आपको उससे
सही।
पता लग जाता है। उससे ज़्यादा इजी अगर आप एक्सेल यूज करते हैं तो एक्सेल के अंदर आपको वो अलग ही नजर आते हैं, राइट, वो होते हैं, वो लेफ्ट अलाइंड होते हैं, और न्यूमेरिक डाटा राइट अलाइंड होता है, वो अलग से नजर आना शुरू होता है। तो यहाँ पर यूनिक के लिए है यही चीज जो ये एक्सप्लेन कर रहे थे। आई वाज सेइंग इनकंसिस्टेंसी, if you have if you have non-numeric values in a numeric column, that's a big problem, and sometimes becomes a more problem because you see आपके सामने 2.5 लिखा हुआ होगा, आपको 2.5 नजर आएगा आपकी स्क्रीन पे, लेकिन वो 2.5 डबल डबल डॉट लगे हुए होंगे और वो इतने आराम से डिटेक्ट भी नहीं हो रहा होगा। तो ये इश्यूज आते हैं रियल लाइफ के पैटर्न से, इसी में टाइम लग जाता है। ओके, नेक्स्ट थिंग दैट वी नीड टू, because this is Jahan academic lecture, and academically if you want to do practical lesson as well, so taking more time. Noisy data, random errors or variance in a measured variable. For example, if I have, yeah, I was doing coronavirus impacts on stock market, so I found that there is a big spikes in the stock market because of this pandemic. So if you have random errors or if you have variance in the measured variable, if you have high variability in time series and in finance, it is called volatility modeling. And there is a Nobel Prize in 1996 about this type of model, Black-Scholes model. So basically, when your variables have very high variability, this is a very big issue for you. High variation means you cannot make a good decision or consistent decision about something. For example, if you want to travel, you see because of heavy traffic, you may take 1 hour to travel 5 kilometers. And if it is free road, no rush, then you can travel 5 kilometers in maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So if there is high variation, there is maybe high problems or better results and worse results. Last time I said that your class has a high diversity. That means it could have very good results and it could produce very bad results as well. By now, I hope that your class is very good. But if I see my YouTube channel analysis, your class is the lowest in viewing videos or anything. I'm not saying that I am promoting my website, my channel, but just to say that your class accessed only 31 people with an average time of less than 30 minutes, and gender wise there was another analysis. So that's the beauty of a YouTube, that I can see how much the classroom is interested to study. Then I have to plan my lesson accordingly. ऐसा ना होना कि चले फिर. Okay, faulty data collection instruments, there is now I see that your data is not very accurate. If you see temperature measurement, that thermometer, I don't believe them. They are not very accurate because they are relying on, maybe, I'm not sure, but they are not very accurate as comparatively. Yeah, analytics is everywhere. I suggest you also experience or get expertise in particular subjects and disseminate your skills if you have good skills with other Pakistani people. Data entry problems, maybe there is, like I gave you example of our national database, there is problem. एहसास प्रोग्राम देखिए, मुझे 2 दफा कॉल आ चुकी है कि आपके जो है पता नहीं 12,000 रुपए या 24,000 रुपए निकल है, आप जल्दी से ले लें। तो इससे पहले बेनज़ीर इनकम सपोर्ट प्रोग्राम में मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे ऑफर हो गए, तो पता नहीं मेरा डाटा गलत कैसे एंटर हो गया। कोई कॉल भी आती थी, पता नहीं किसी बहुत ही फार एंड वाइड एरिया से। तो मिल गया था, लिंक भी मिल गया था, लेकिन अब हर चीज़ में तो आदमी हाथ नहीं डाले ना। है टेक्नोलॉजी लिमिटेशन, और लास्ट सेंटेंस को डाल दें। Technology limitation, maybe we don't have high performance computing to deal with a Teradata. For example, I think Nadra database contains more than 5 crore 50 million observations. Now to deal with 50 million observations, we need a big computer. Similarly, if we have thumb impressions or eye retina iris data set, we need a better machine to analyze it. And Nadra have these big machines. Now they have big machines to play with this type of data. And inconsistent name conventions, maybe when you import your data from SQL to Excel or SQL to R, and your variables have some special characters, field name has special characters, they will make problem for you. Like in SPSS, it becomes the hash dollar sign. In R, the special character becomes hash sign or some other problem, special character. So you have to be careful that your names of the column, I think I'm not, for example, I say call names, data frame. If I do this, so it is showing column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. If I say call names of data frame, and I say I want to replace these names with column 1 is how, column 2, column 3, column 4. So how are discrimination. If I do like this, then I can say my column names are column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. So this is the way that you can change your column names as well. If you find that your column names are not very consistent, you can change them at any point in the analysis. There could be duplicate records, but in database sense, you will not have duplicate records. But if you have duplicate records, you can deal with them. Suppose a person entered a record and he by mistake created another primary key and entered the same record. So in this data analysis, we can catch them. I found SPSS more powerful in calculating this, but we are in R, we can do here as well. Incomplete data, that means there are missing observations or problems, incompleteness. Some values are not recorded, like ozone data is not recorded. Inconsistent data, like Ali Zadi, Askari Zadi, he said that inconsistency might exist in your data set. So you have to, there are a lot of many things that you have to deal with them first. Binning is very simple. You have studied in metric class. Metric class means you have done frequency distribution. Frequency distribution means you split your data into different number of class intervals. That is called binning process. So binning means is converting your numeric data into bins, yeah, very easy. First division, second division, third division, and fighter division, F division. So that means we have 4 type of divisions in my master's MCS program. So first division, that you say first division is like 60 plus onward, and the second division is 50 plus, and so on up to 60. So that means we bin the numeric data into categories. Why it is required? When you will be doing a random forest and decision tree algorithms, it is better that you have categories rather than numeric values, numeric variables. And when you are doing some specific type of regression models, then it is better for you to have categorical variables because they will be more meaningful to have it. Okay, handling missing observations, we will see regression, we will see clustering, because this is chapter 3. This is just introducing with you all of these things. I am not going through each of this because we will read them in separate sections. Data cleaning process, there are lots of many free packages, free tools. There are lots of many paid tools. We are relying on free tools. But when you will be working in a bank or somewhere, they have their own softwares. They have to comply with the State Bank of Pakistan and the risk management department. They have to comply with other departments. A lot of many things. So
अभी सर मैं एक जगह इसी तरह का एक था, तो उसमें वो IBM का यूज कर रहे थे, सीप्लेक्स और इन्फोसिस के सॉफ्टवेयर्स, तो वो इसी पर्पस के लिए यूज कर रहे थे, वो डेटा एनालिसिस के लिए। तो
जी
मैं काम तो खैर नहीं कर सका, मैंने छोड़ दिया था वहां से, तो लेकिन ये बैंक का मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको।
जी बैंक के अंदर मेरे आधे क्लास वाला वाइस प्रेसिडेंट और प्रेसिडेंट हुए बैठे हुए 20 साल हो गए हमें। तो अब यही है कि इतने सीनियर लेवल पे तो जब ग्रुप पे डिस्कशन होता है तो पता लगता है कि रिस्क मैनेजमेंट की कंप्लायंस के लिए कौन से टूल कर रहे हैं, कौन से
उसमें
मॉडल्स।
बिल्कुल यूनिक है, उसमें ये वाली चीजें जो हम लोग नॉर्मली सीखते हैं, आर पाइथन और इस किस्म की, उसमें थोड़ा टूल्स को क्लिक वाले ज्यादा हैं उसके अंदर।
जी वो यूजर को आसान करने के लिए, क्योंकि वहाँ
जी
पे
एग्जैक्टली।
वो लोग भी होते हैं जो सोशल साइंस से आ रहे होते हैं, तो इस वजह से उनको जो है बहुत इजी सर्विस प्रोवाइड करते हैं। सेकंड थिंग ये कि आर और पाइथन बहुत अच्छे हैं लेकिन रिलायबिलिटी इश्यूज हैं। आपको नहीं पता आपका फाइनेंशियल डाटा कहीं से
राइट
लीक हो रहा हो, आपका
राइट।
क्रेडिट कार्ड इंफॉर्मेशन लीक हो जाए तो बैंक के ऊपर पेनल्टी बहुत बड़ी हो सकती है। तो स्टेट बैंक की रूल्स की रूलिंग के हिसाब से आई थिंक 100 मिलियन का फाइन है या पता नहीं कितना, मुझे एग्जैक्ट नंबर याद नहीं, बहुत बड़ा फाइन है कि अगर आपका डाटा लीक। तो इसलिए वो ऐसे टूल पे रिलाई नहीं करते। आईबीएम जब दे रहा है सॉफ्टवेयर तो उसकी मे बी उसकी इंश्योरेंस और री इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज भी साथ में दे रहा होगा, तो वो वहाँ पे जाके उनका जो इंश्योरेंस कवरेज होगा वो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी से और आईबीएम के थ्रू कवर हो रहा होगा। यानी सॉफ्टवेयर साइड होती है और एक डिपार्टमेंट होती है रिस्क मैनेजमेंट, जो कि ये इंश्योरेंस री इंश्योरेंस वगैरह पे काम करती है। नथिंग इज सिक्योर इन द आईटी वर्ल्ड, सो डोंट बिलीव दैट यू कैन से यू आर सिक्योर। तो ये किसी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा है, so but still we try because I was in a training yeah माइक्रोसॉफ्ट की ट्रेनिंग में था। माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के एक्सपर्ट आए हुए थे, क्लाउड के बारे में एक्सप्लेन कर रहे थे, अपने क्लाउड सर्विसेज को एक्सप्लेन किया। और एक दूसरा प्रेजेंटेशन था, ब्राजील से था या अर्जेंटाइन, कहाँ से, वो बड़ा जबरदस्त आदमी was presenting about cloud services. I was doing certification for it. So I said, is it possible that you can assure that your data is very secure? Yeah, अजूर भाई था। तो 100% तो कोई भी नहीं कर सकता, लेकिन हम अपनी तरफ से एश्योरेंस देते हैं। लेकिन एश्योरेंस के बाद भी जो है आपको पता नहीं है आपका डेटा लीक हो सकता है या नहीं हो सकता। No, it is still not true, Ali Askari. If you disconnect your computer from everything, still it can be accessed. Don't
कैसे?
believe. Yes, CIA की रिपोर्ट्स पढ़ लीजिएगा, इसके बारे में भी है बहुत सारी बातें।
मीन्स
खैर
हम हमारे जो पीसीयां डब्बे रखे हुए हैं, ये सारी इंफॉर्मेशन लेके जा रहे हैं मतलब?
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स तो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स होती है, खैर छोड़ेंगे अभी आउट ऑफ।
अच्छा, ये तो आपने बिल्कुल ही एक हिलान देने वाली वो बताई है।
जितना ज़्यादा आईटी में जाएंगे उतना ज़्यादा आप एक्सपोज होते हैं। घर वालों से छुपा सकते हैं लेकिन आईटी कंपनी से मुश्किल हो जाता है। जस्ट ऑन अ साइड नोट। अच्छा, data scrubbing, I will not go through everything. Data auditing is very important. Data auditing means you have to see your data is following your requirements and there is no violation of the requirements pre-assumptions. And if there is no violation, no issues, then you can proceed to data modeling. अभी तो आप समझिए जैसे खाना पकाने के लिए घर में जो है वो सब्जियां काट रहे होते हैं और मसाले वगैरह तैयार कर रहे होते हैं। अभी तो आप उस स्टेज पे पहुंचे हैं। अगर यहीं पे गड़बड़ कर दी, यहीं पे आपने जो है वो सही चॉइसेस नहीं करी, तो फिर आगे जो प्रोडक्ट बनेगा, जो आपका खाना बनेगा, वो इतना टेस्टी या इतना हेल्दी नहीं, प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. So that's why I am giving a simple example that you have to be very careful about data pre-processing. जो ग्रुप फॉर्मेशन करी है उसके अंदर भी एक, इसीलिए मैंने ग्रुप नंबर मेंबर 2 या 3 को इसलिए ज़्यादा वेट किया है कि वो ये सारे काम कर रहा होगा. Okay, integration maybe you want to merge two data frames, two data sets like you have done in SQL in the DBMS module, that if you want to merge two data frames, you can do left join, right join, inner join, outer join. So these are the four. And then if you want to merge two data set, you require a field which is common in both variables, which is common in both data sets. Data carpentry. I attended this.
इसमें पाइथन में जो है वो एसक्यूएल एल्केमी को यूज कर लेते हैं इसके लिए.
एक के अलावा
वो
वहाँ पे मल्टीपल चॉइस है.
सही.
RSQLite and dplyr. So dplyr is more commonly used for data merge and blah blah. So for very simple case, this is the install packages that is installing the two dplyr or dplyr or dbplyr or SQL RSQLite. I was using SQLite when I was in a hospital as a data scientist. So, 10 minutes. So this is getting out of the scope of this lesson. For this, yeah, select. I just want to do a very simple example. Just say df1 is equal to c1 2 3 4, and df2 is equal to c 5 6 7 8, and I say df combine equals to c bin column r bin row bin and df1 comma df2. When I do df1 df2 row by row, so it is showing me first row which is df1, second row by df2. This is c bin r bin, and if I want to do this the same assignment, combine by row by column. If I want to be by c, अलीज़ादी सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छा जो सॉफ्टवेयर है वो बैंकिंग के लिए नहीं, ओवरऑल वो है SAS. SAS का
RCS है, यस है, मैंने सुना.
आई थिंक टोटल लाइसेंस फीस $80,000 है. बहुत एक्सपेंसिव सॉफ्टवेयर है. मैंने एमसीएस को पढ़ाया था 2004-5 या 3-4 में, और फिर उसके बाद वो वहाँ अब जो लाइसेंस है बहुत ही एक्सपेंसिव है, तो वहाँ पर भी फ्री. ओके, so I say column bin. When I do column bin, you can see it is showing me the two columns df1 and df2 in this way. So there are many different ways. Then I suppose this example. Can open the recent files, then I so left and right join in R. If you want to combine data sets, then support data frame 1. Yeah. If I see data frame 1, data frame 2, data frame 1, data frame 2. Let's see what is data frame 1. It is showing customer ID and product ID, toaster, radio, blah blah, and customer ID state. The common thing is the customer ID in both. So we can do left merge or right merge. So there are 4 possibilities. Inner join. Inner join means only those which are common in both. Outer join means all of the information. Left join is only the values which are available in data frame 1 and don't care about data frame 2. So these are 4 options, and there is a very simple command. Yeah, this auto join. So if I run it, merge, X is equal to data frame 1, X is the first data frame, Y is the second data frame, Y is the primary key and the foreign key, which is connecting them all true. So it is showing me the first customer is having product roster, but his location is unknown. Second customer roster, Alabama. Third customer roster, but not available, Alabama. And this. So you see there are total 6 records in this data because this is merge. Merge means all possible. Oh, here. So you know better how to deal with inner join, outer join, left join, right join. So you can see like this example, library SQL data frame. We have a data frame which is showing customer ID, product ID, state from data frame 1 and join with data frame 2 using customer ID. So you see, this is another way which is available in SQL DF package. Package name is SQL DF. And this is the way to this is inner join and left join. So you can use the SQL DF commands as well to join table. And join table is another command. You see, this is the library data.table. This is the library plier. So join df1 df2 type is equal to this is the simplest one. Join df1 df2 inner, you choose inner, outer, left or right, and then it will join them. So you see that dplyr again we have different options. So you see there are many different ways to do the same action with different packages. So that was just an introduction how to join or combine data if you have multiple sources. This is also possible. This is also possible that if you have multiple source of data, you can merge the data. If your data is available on websites, you have web pages there where the data is updated, updated every hour or every minute, then you can load it to R directly, and from R you can do analysis and send back to the website as well. That means R will be on the backend and your web application will be on the. So there are different values, different approaches. There are different data from different sources combined together in R, and R do the modeling, data analysis, and then send back the results to the website, back to the website. So yeah, redundancy. This is some very common problem in data sets. If you have redundancy, what is redundancy? That means you have big data but less information. For example, suppose those variables which are showing the similar behavior, we need to remove them. If you remember dot product and cross product from physics, so dot product means same as correlation. The dot product of two vectors is same as correlation of two vectors or two variables. If there is large correlation or dot product, that means the two columns or two variables are very close or very similar to each other. So if two variables or two fields have have a strong correlation, that means one of them should be removed from data analysis. I go back to the last class and I say iris and I download the data. Iris was TF, iris TF with this. I show the data frame and I say correlation or iris DF. Because it has a column which is non-numeric, so I say 1 column 4. First 4 columns, it's not happy. Now it is showing me results, and you can see that there are some very strong correlation of sepal length with petal length and sepal length with petal width. So that means a petal which is lengthy or high width, then its sepal वो होता है जो उसके spikes बाहर निकल रहे होते हैं, spikes, तो वो spikes जिस पे उसके seeds होते हैं. So if the sepal length is small or large, it highly depends on these two variables. So when we will be doing regression or clustering, we will try to remove one of them, either length length, or petal length, or petal width, or stipple length, so that we can reduce the redundancy. Yeah, the highest redundancy is petal length and petal width. So it's a must that we remove either the length or the width from the data. Otherwise, if we do any clustering, classification, regression problem, then the results will be not very much better. We have to lose some data which is redundant from our analysis. I will not read everything. One of the approach to reduce redundancy is using correlation or chi-square test. So if I say, I think chi test, chi-square test, iris, F between petal length and iris F at the rate petal width. Yeah, because both of them are continuous variables. It is time is getting. If there is any question, then I will continue next section. Is there any question? Okay, see you. Join the third session from this point. Okay.